Wait.
What are we doing?
Put it on my phone.
Oh,
Is it enough?
I don't think it's enough.
What? Yes.
It's kind of enough.
Slide in the corner.
Oh, I got to get in here with Brian. What's happening?
We're gonna buddy up,
You two,
buddy.
We're gonna buddy up. We're
Cheers.
gonna cheers. I got the huge hands. Huge hands. Look at this.
That's the our most expensive beer. It's also our largest beer. It's 40 ounces. He has big hands.
This is a 40-ounce beer. It's a growler.
It is.
It's a good beer. It's a Imperial Stout.
It's very good. It was blueberries. Blueberry. The blueberry. You can see a little bit in the color. A little bit, like a bluish, or a more of a earthy browny blue. There it is. You can see it this angle. There you go.
Oh, I can. I wonder how the audio is. Have we got good audio?
I can watch. I would say I would watch my phone, but it's usually good.
We're using Brian's phone as
Yeah.
So
That's a great video. I like your review of the Pan America. Is it America or American?
America, or Pan America.
Okay.
Dude, I was so excited for that bike.
Yeah, I know you were. On the paper, it looks fantastic.
But so I don't know how do I mean you got to compare it to the KTM. I thought about it at first. I'm like, well, maybe we should handicap Harley and compare it to like a KLR or something. I don't know. But let's face it, Harley Davidson had their sights set directly on KTM, BMW, Africa Twin,
Yeah.
the Tenere. Oh, they did their homework.
Yeah. What riding modes were you in? Do you know? Did you try going through them, or was it just?
I didn't have a chance to do many different riding modes, but it was in road.
And what's funny about your test ride too is, what was it, 2 turns the entire time? Except
Well,
for
it
the
had some
parking lot.
figure eights.
But not at speed.
Where apparently I was able to jump the curb.
Did you jump a curb?
I didn't know. I wasn't thinking about tearing up somebody else's
Property.
landscaping.
Yeah.
It's not even their parking lot. We're like,
Yeah, it's rude.
it didn't even dawn on me till I was doing the voiceover on the video. I was like, oh, this is what he meant.
Yeah.
No. But I mean, that's not what those big bikes are about anyways. They're not about going out and tearing stuff up. I mean, what do you look at an adventure bike? The purpose of an adventure bike.
It's for travel. You know, for me, it's travel. It's getting out off the road on a road that is still decently okay. Oh, this guy right here. I miss the wall being all the way down.
Brian built his brewery next to a highway, apparently.
I guess so. But it's a little bit of comfort. You have a little bit of good handling. It's like a lot of check marks, but
It's like a Swiss Army knife
Yeah,
to me.
that's
Like,
right.
It
Yeah.
does it all. Because I always had. So I've had a lot of Harley baggers. Not a lot, and I've loved them, and I still love them.
Which one do you have now?
Well, that's
Sportster.
no, I have an Electroglide, but that's been wrecked.
Figure out what you want yet? We'll need 5. I think we need 5 more minutes.
Probably 5 more
He hasn't
minutes.
even looked at the menu.
I haven't looked at the menu. Can I sneak it out from under the phone?
Is there a special today?
We're doing tacos again.
Oh, the tacos again?
Yeah,
Okay.
carne
What kind of
asada,
tacos? Ooh.
Carne asada, green chili chicken, and the chipotle pork.
It's like all 3?
You can get one of each.
You can get one of each.
Are they delicious tacos?
I think so.
Really? But you don't like meat, so I can't really
Yeah, you don't
trust
like
you.
meat.
I can only like halfway trust you.
They're good.
Are they good? I might do the tacos.
What? Okay, we'll let you know in a few minutes, Josie. Thank you very much.
So
Yeah, look at that color now, man.
I've
Woo!
had
Purple.
quite a few baggers, and I like them. And then I got
Oh,
this used to be a small town, and it's turned into the big city. I mean, we might as well be in New York with the horn
Yeah,
honk
I know,
now.
right?
People fucking yelling at everybody. You're not supposed to cuss, I guess. Gosh darn it.
good golly.
Good golly. So, I've had a bunch of baggers, and my first dipping my toes into the adventure riding deal was my KLR. That was
Yeah.
my first
You had Gen 2, right?
adventure bike. Yeah, I had a Gen 2. and I really liked it.
Did you buy it new or used?
I bought it new.
Really?
Yep.
Nice.
I went over there and I sat on it, drooled over it, you know, a lot.
Yeah.
And I liked it. It taught me a lot. Taught me a lot of lessons. It put me on my ass a lot. Taught me that the stock tires that come on that thing are...
Trash.
But you know what? I bet you now they wouldn't be so terrible.
Your riding skill off road, I'm sure you
It's
increased too.
just better. I still suck, but I don't suck as bad. So that was the first bike. And it's progression, right?
Yeah.
You've progressed
I
into
have.
your next adventure bike. And my progression went like this. KLR with the Harley Bagger. And it quickly went from, 39 horsepower is not doing it for me.
Surprisingly, it does. 39 horsepower is quite
It
able.
does great. But my KTM feels like a dog to me. It does.
You're 1290.
Yeah. I love it. I love it, but maybe 200 horsepower would be amazing. I don't know.
Are you going to get in the sports bike next?
Man, I've never been into sports bikes. I had some back in the day. They're a one-trick pony, and that's where I'm getting with the adventure bikes.
Okay.
A Harley Bagger is a one-trick pony.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I would have one if it was a $20,000 bike versus 28 and up.
Right.
Because I don't feel like I'm getting $28,000 worth of fun out of it. That's why the Land Cruiser for $90,000 versus my 4Runner,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not getting another $50,000 worth of fun out of it. I love them. I think they're beautiful, but I'm not getting that much more out
Right.
of it.
Yeah.
So when I got rid of the KLR and the Bagger and bought the BMW, then we were moving into territory where this bike does both.
Yeah.
You know, it's got plenty of power to tour down the highway, and you can still go camping with it off-road.
Yeah.
But it's weird how adventure bikes are different to different people, because some people look at an adventure bike and they think it should only be ridden on dirt, and it should only be ridden on gnarly dirt roads. And then I think to myself, well, why not just get a dirt bike?
Right. That could just zip up it.
If you want to ride mostly on dirt, get something lightweight, because these 500 plus pound motorcycles are a handful off-road. They're, you know, you get in, I don't know, I'm just old, I guess.
Well, you've had a dirt bike recently.
I love my dirt bike. I sold it because of COVID, really. I made the excuse my knees was fucked,
Yeah.
but at the end of the day, it looked like the world was ending, and I needed about $10,000 cash hanging around
Yeah.
there to
Just in case.
have
Yeah.
and to hold. And
For sickness and health.
it turns out the world's not ending for a couple more months. So anybody want to buy a KTM for this next round of COVID that's coming up? No.
So, you didn't like this suspension, and it was the active suspension, right?
Oh, I didn't hate the suspension in this, and I should have touched on it in the video, but when I was,
Because you said it was cheap.
it just felt cheap. I mean, it instantly felt cheap, and it kind of rev hanged. You'd rev it, and the revs would hang up, and I was like, wow, that's, you know, I'm sure they do that to get
Sure.
through EPA, but
Yeah.
the clutch was the first thing I noticed. I was like, ooh, it
Yeah.
felt like the KLR.
Huh.
It didn't feel. It felt.
Was it hydraulic clutch or was
Nah,
it
it's a cable clutch.
Why did
And
they put a cable clutch on that for
I
$25,000?
don't have an issue. I don't have an issue with a cable clutch. They can be good.
Yeah.
This one was not good,
Yeah.
and the transmission was vague.
That's what you said. I didn't understand.
It
What is
didn't-
vague?
There's just, you couldn't feel it. It wasn't a real positive into the next gear. I didn't have any false neutrals, but it was just like, you just didn't feel it going to gear. It just didn't feel. First gear was a big clunk. Same with the KTM and just
Yeah.
about everything. But I don't know. It just my first thought as soon as I pulled out. I was like, ew.
Yeah.
I didn't love it, and I'm like, fuck, I wanted to love it because I'm kind of rooting for Harley. You know, they're trying to jump into this adventure motorcycle game, and
It felt like your ride was rushed.
I was over it. I was done with it anyways.
But I mean, having somebody watch you when you're trying to go over the bike, when you're trying to fiddle with the buttons, and you're
Yeah, it wasn't a good test ride. Well, I mean, I called ahead and told them when I would be there,
yeah.
and I was in that dealer for a good 30 minutes. Meanwhile, I'm listening to the employees talking shit
About what?
about another dealership.
Oh, really?
And they're just, it was just really, it was a disappointment. Now, the original place I looked at, the first one, which is the same dealership family, he was totally cool. Jeremy was cool. Blue was cool up there at Grand Canyon. Just, my gut says they don't love this bike, and
Well,
they had nothing. They had nothing for the bike.
that's
Nothing.
what I was
He just goes,
remarked about.
He goes,
That was my remark.
I said, what is this? What did the pannier racks look like for this bike? He goes, well, Harley's got panniers for the bike. I said, well, I realize that, but what do the racks itself look like? You know, are they a square rack where you can put other luggage on? He goes, well, now we've got a accessory catalog. I said, well, that's wonderful. So after the ride, I said, hey, can I get a peek at that accessory catalog? Well, we don't have one, but you can look online.
Wow.
You guys have been, and it's not like this thing came out last week. I think it's been 2 or 3 years they've been teasing this bike.
Yeah.
So they've had plenty of time to get it right. I feel like the dealership's going to kill it just like they killed the Buell.
Yeah.
They're not interested in selling anything except for old technology, and it's sad.
You know, the bike, I haven't ridden one, and I don't really plan to, just because I'm not into the aesthetic of the bike. Just
I like the way it looked. I'm one of the few ones that actually apparently like the way it
no,
looked.
the catfish mouth, the front end. That's all I see is a catfish.
I see a Harley.
Really?
I see Harley Davidson lines in that bike. It kind of looks like a road glide, a miniature road glide fairing. It kind of looks like maybe a tour glide fairing. In the seat, the way the seat is, it looks like a Harley. The profile looks like a Harley.
Mm-hmm.
I think they did good. A lot of people think it's ugly, but I think I like it.
Yeah.
But the power was more in line with your motorcycle than 150 horsepower.
Yeah. Well, Harley, from all the dynos I've watched, is at the wheel is considerably under spec. That's on paper at the crank.
How are you losing that much power?
I don't know.
I mean, it's a manual gearbox.
Yeah.
How are you losing that much
I
power?
don't know. The one thing is that you showed on your last video was the spark plug wires. They're exposed. A branch is gonna snag one of those things, man, and kill it, and pull it.
Oh, what I really noticed was the radiator's wide open in the front, and if you do enough gravel roads, it's just gonna
Yeah.
destroy the radiator because
Yeah.
there's nothing guarding it.
Yeah.
And then it's got the what the heck's that? Ah, Christ, my brain hurts. Well, the battery's down low and exposed.
Oh, exposed?
Oh, you can look right at the battery. So I don't know how that'll work
In the fall?
in water crossings.
Oh yeah. You know, and also the front brake cylinder is plastic. It's not metal. It's not a metal box. It's a circular plastic reservoir on the handlebars, non-shielded.
Well, that's the way mine is.
On the KTM, yours is metal, isn't it?
No, I have clear plastic reservoir, just like all the bikes. Yeah.
A branch hits that, it's gonna pop.
Well, don't hit branches, Brian. You gotta watch out for the branches.
Turtle. I've
just can't go-
seen low-hanging trees hit you on a motorbike.
You can't just go willy-nilly hitting branches.
You know, you go around the corner, you hit a mesquite bush in the corner. Happens.
You know, I don't know. I really wanted to love the bike, and it was just like instantly not. And it was weird to me. But it just,
You know, you're
because I rode the Africa Twin when I first rode it. I liked it an awful lot.
yeah.
And the reason I got rid of mine is just not enough power. And it was undersprung for what I carried on my bike.
Sure.
Not for the bike itself. You know, if you didn't have all the shit on it, you know, I got a big bash plate from Black Dog
Everything.
Cycle Works. That thing weighs 300 pounds. And then Moscow luggage is not lightweight.
Not at all.
It's indestructible, though. You're not going to destroy Moscow luggage, but it weighs a lot. So just, I mean, like I said, 160 horsepower should
Yeah.
feel amazing. And when you're like going for a roll on in sixth gear and you got to drop down to fourth,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's still a rocket ship when you drop down to fourth.
Oh yeah. Well,
But-
most things are. You know, even 40 horsepower can feel that way in the right ratio, gearing.
But I hit red line a couple times on that bike.
Is that eat?
Yes.
You gonna have
But
I'm going to do the tacos.
which ones?
Oh, all three.
You just want one of each?
Variety pack.
Right. Perfect.
And I'll do another little fiver of dealer's choice. I trust you.
I'll do a big one of these next,
Okay.
and then buffalo wings, please. Thank you very much.
You are welcome.
So you know what? So what resonated with me about your review too was the dealership. They've been saying that the dealerships can have dealership support, and when I saw from the guy talk about it, the first guy when you talked to the guy out in Legends Harley, you know, he said, oh, you know, we talked about the TFT screen, and he
Yeah.
immediately said way better than the metric bikes. He like clumped everything all into one category, right?
True.
And then when you went to the other shop, the one up north at Grand Canyon, they had no support there. They had not a single piece of gear, accessory. And adventure riding is accessories, man.
Yeah, well, they didn't have any accessories at the Legends either.
They didn't?
No, not even chain loop. That was my whole
Yeah,
thing.
that's
It's
crazy.
like, I even said something to both the parts guys. I said, oh, I guess you guys are going to have to stock chain loop now, huh? Like, probably should have it right now if you're selling bikes.
Yeah.
How come you don't have some Harley Davidson? By the way, I use Honda loop, Honda chain loop with Molly.
Yeah. You turned me on to that. It's
I
great
love
stuff.
the Honda chain loop. It
It's
doesn't
great stuff.
doesn't build up on the chains. It's great. It's good shit.
Yeah. Just I'm sorry you're disappointed because I know you would have bought that one if you
Well,
loved
I don't
it.
know if I would have. Well, I mean, it is a chance I would have bought it. There is a chance. If I would have loved it, I probably would have bought it because you know me. I'm insane. But you know what bothered me about the whole deal was the sales tactic. He came out. He goes, "Oh yeah, we've got really good deals here. We got
Yeah.
this and that." It's like save the speech for another guy because I've done this so many times. I already know how this works
Yeah.
real well.
And I've seen you at a dealership. That's true. That's how you act.
It's math.
Yeah.
It's math. I already have the number in my head, and if your number matches my number, and I really like it, I'm gonna buy it.
Yeah.
But if there's some kind of magical backdoor BS in the mix, well, where's these numbers coming from? Well, where's your numbers coming from? It's like, ho, my numbers come from math. Where are you coming, Carmen Core? And I've done this so many times, and it's like, well, we're done here.
Yeah.
One of the big dealers come to mind, starts with an R, ends with a W. I'll see.
It's the worst.
I'll see.
Oh, I got to
posts.
tell you about an email I got from them.
Oh God.
Yeah.
This is
So they said something like, we have such good prices that it'll be better than manufactured MSRP.
Oh.
And if our general manager can't do that for you, we'll give you $100 gift card. And the first thing that came to my mind was, yeah, it'll be below MSRP, but they have double the fees of
Well,
everything.
they backdoor everything.
They do.
backdoor.
They do.
$3,500 shipping. It's like, I think that's $399.
It's $490. Honda's $495, and when I
Yeah.
went to go try to buy an Africa Twin from them, they wanted to charge me $900, and then almost $2,000 in setup and docks.
Yep.
So that's not including tax.
No.
So and when I went with Western Honda, a couple little things were higher than normal.
Hey, how come we only got one thumb up in there? Let's smash that like button, guys. Come on, this is a live video.
All right,
Wonderful.
thanks. So, but you know, Western Honda did me right, and the price was right.
I like Western Honda.
Dude, it was the easiest vehicle purchase I've ever done. Walk in, you pay, you sign a couple papers, and you're out.
I had some issues when I bought my Africa Twin from them.
Your AT was from there?
Oops, I got crazy.
Oh!
I got crazy.
Look at our beautiful sky there.
I went
Just
for.
made
I went to
somebody
do a
dizzy.
yoga pose on the bench here, and I got crazy. My issue was they were trying to.
It wasn't the same guy I dealt with, right?
The interest rate was too high.
Yeah.
So,
See, I saved for 5 years and paid cash.
well, they were trying to do that BS thing, right? And I was like,
Oh, what was the dealer's choice?
Optimus.
Optimus.
Oh, I like Optimus Prime. Well done.
It's done with rye, so
Thank
it's very
you.
delicious.
You guys need anything else right now?
No, Josie, you're amazing. Thank you.
So,
Isn't that good?
I love the
The
Optimus.
rye.
Optimus Prime.
The rye is so good. Spicy, man.
So yeah, they were trying to do that, you know, just like Harley will write loans for 20%.
Really?
Oh God. Yeah.
Who would get a 20% loan?
People
A
that
Harley
want
bro.
People that want a Harley.
Yeah.
So they're. I was like, well, I'll just get my own financing then.
Sure.
So the sales manager came in there because he was.
This is that you're talking about Western Honda. Or you're talking
Yeah.
about.
Yeah, because you know, you go in there and you got the finance manager and he's trying to sell you all kinds of BS and say
Yeah.
not interested, not interested, not interested, not interested. And then it's like, well, this is too high. And so the sales manager comes in, they're talking, he goes, well, will he qualify for top tier Honda? Yeah, he'll qualify for top tier Honda.
Oh, the Honda financing.
Yeah, so I got it for what was it, 3.3,
Yeah.
which is great for a motorcycle.
You know, I actually tried to look at financing a motorcycle, and I couldn't because I wouldn't pay because there's specific besides the bank that you turn me on to. And I didn't end up
What's
going to the
that?
bank.
Credit Union West. They
Credit
love
Union
to
West.
write loans for motorcycles.
Yeah.
They have great rates.
But yeah, trying to find one, they were trying to give me like 35%. And
Might as well put it on a credit card. At that
Exactly,
point,
you might as well,
Jesus.
man.
Holy crap!
35%. It's like, it was like, you know, we specialize in financing motorcycles, and I was like, wow, okay, no problem.
Apparently, don't
They do,
specialize.
yeah. But you know, it's when you somebody gets a Harley or a bagger or whatever you want to call it for $400 a month, you know, they don't care how long they're paying on it. They got a bagger, but then they get on it, they get scared, and it sits in the garage for 5 years, and next thing you know, a few years later, they're like, cheap bagger.
12,000. No, I mean 24,000.
Yeah,
My bad.
but I'm sorry about that. My concern as a dealer for the Pan America is the dealer support, because
Well, that was my concern when I saw they had nothing for it, and he made a comment, kind of like, "Oh, I guess it's kind of growing on me," or, you know, I'm like, man, it just reminded me of the Buell.
Sure. I rode a Buell Blast once. It was a fun little bike.
That's a cool little bike.
Just a little
single
scoot.
cylinder,
Look at all
yeah.
that go, pew. Low to the ground. Yeah.
Yeah,
What's with everybody's cars today, man?
there's a lot of we live in a big city now. Apparently,
Oh wow. All right.
a lot of people going without the muffler nowadays.
Straight. Well, up here there's no emissions. You can get away with it, and no inspection.
But I still don't want emissions up here. But does every Honda have to be a race car?
What? Grandma's at Hondas, right?
I swear to God, we live in New York
I
City
know,
now,
right?
man. This place is getting insane.
I want to see a hot dog cart on the corner. Then I'm set.
What's up, Thumper? It's the big city. You hear the horns honking, and everybody's honking horns and angry. We're just having some Optimus Prime here. Which
Love
one
it.
are you having?
Sunpiercer IPA.
Look at the head on
I
that.
know. Beautiful. That's the hop oils, man. Look at that.
Look at that.
See if I can get the drop.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
How come I don't have hop oils?
I don't. Do you put oil in your beard?
Yes.
That's what it is.
Oh, you don't oil your beard?
No, I don't oil. Whoa, that car looks rad. What?
It looks like that. What was it?
I don't know. It looks like a Fairlane or something. I don't know.
I think it might have been. Ah, when did Valley Road turn into like busiest street in this town?
Well, this is Windsong Turtle, so I can't tell you about Valley. What is this? The old 24 speed.
It's crazy.
It is.
So would you consider putting up a wall?
We used to have. Remember when these used to
know.
go all the way around?
I liked it.
I did too. Because I was able to, when I was working overnights, I was able to come out here and just rest and not have to worry about people coming out and talking to me when they're walking on the road and stuff, or honking the horn or thinking we're open and trying to come in. It was nice. But I like the open view too because you get to see the world and you get to laugh at the people when they're being weird. But yeah, no dealer support's going to be. I think that's the thing. One of the great things about even Ride Now, that when we went to that one in Chandler,
They got a good selection. I don't know why you would mention the name.
what was that? No, I meant you know what I wanted to do right now is Ride Now.
Yeah, I want to buy right now too. They got good selection of gear.
Their gear was great. They had Climb in stock, which is kind of rare in our area. We don't have any Climb where we live. We have to go out
Nobody
of
carries
town.
Climb really.
And the guy was really knowledgeable on the helmets too.
I want to
which
try
is
that
great.
Krios helmet.
Oh, it's lovely. Oh man, the
So-
Climb Krios Pro.
So I
Woo!
watched a guy crashed on a street bike in front of me the other day, and his helmet came off. And it got me really thinking about sizing helmets and how important that is.
Yeah.
And
Have you ever ridden your bike and forgot to latch your helmet because you got in a hurry or something?
I don't think I made it too far, because I leave mine pretty tight.
You like your tight?
I don't want my helmet coming off.
I'll tell you, the quick latch on the Krios Pro is heavenly because you can put it on with gloves. And I got headphones and I have gloves and I have glasses and the helmet seals really well. So I put it on and you just go click.
I do hate when I put my helmet on and I realize I'm wearing my gloves already.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Then you gotta pop them
oh, I
on.
can't. But what bothers me about the Krios is I've never worn a large helmet. And the medium simply didn't fit. It was pushing my forehead in. The large seemed to fit well, but is it going to wear in to where it's too loose?
So-
that's what scares me.
Get a load of this. So one of the crazy things about the Climb Krios Pro line of helmets is they have different sizing than anything else in their catalog, and also other vendors as well. So I wear a 2 to 3X in hats or helmets, right? In the Krios Pro, I wear an extra large.
Right, and that's backwards from what my
I know. Is that weird? Because
My
it's
experience
like
is-
it's the centimeter, like 62 to 63 centimeters, I think. But yeah, for the extra large.
So I don't understand. Because the medium just, it was terrible. It hurt.
Oh,
And it hurt instantly. It wasn't like, you know how you've bought a helmet before and it's like, oh, it feels really good. And then like wearing it for a couple hours, now it doesn't feel any. The Arai always feels good.
yeah.
But what I have noticed about Arai is, so this helmet is a few years old and it's on its second set of padding
Okay.
because the pads get loose.
They wear out.
And I don't know, does Climb sell
They do.
different size
They do.
pads?
So you can get the same helmet, and like if you have a slender face but a big noggin, like if a big up here and then a slender face, you can get different pads for here.
I like that about the Arai. It's expensive. It's about $100 to
It's 30 for the Climb.
redo all the padding.
All the cheeks are 30, I think, for the Climb.
But it's nice. I like to do it about midway through the helmet's life. And it's time to start looking for a new helmet. It is. This one's...
It is so light. It is the Krios Pro is so light.
We looked at the date on it. I think it was a
You're 5 years?
3 or 4 years old.
Really?
So it's almost time.
That's good. Yeah, it's time for a new helmet. So I have the Scorpion 18950, which is the modular dual.
You're never
sporter.
wearing that helmet ever.
No, I'm
again.
not. No, I'm not. It's like 3.5 years old, but it's on the shelf now. I'm like, goodbye. It's so heavy. It's like the difference between this beer and this beer. Like this is the Climb Cruise Pro. This is the Scorpion 1890 or 950, whatever. And I noticed on Revzilla when it has food.
Oh my!
When it,
Look at that.
when it says how heavy it is,
Dude,
it says that the thank you very much. That the
Jeez.
Scorpion is under 4 pounds. I'm like, you're crazy. This is no way under 4 pounds.
What's the Krios weigh?
3.2 pounds.
Man.
Yeah, I only know that because I was like geeking out about it. I've been looking up for months, and they weren't in stock for months. Maybe the orange one's in stock now for you, so you can go full KTM, bro.
Look, guys. Thanks for listening to our gibberish. You don't want to watch us eat.
Nobody does.
Nobody likes watching people eat.
Doesn't people have paranoid? Ooh, look at that.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's like habanero orange.
I'm going all in on the salsa just because.
Yeah, those tacos look great, man.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
All right, guys. Adios.